Good evening, Canada. I am your host, Samuel B. Williams. This is Equal Ground Headlines. First, a moment of respect. Be coming starting to this. It is Remembrance Day. Across the country, Canadians pause to honor those who served and those who never came home. Ceremonies in Ottawa and in cities and towns nationwide. We remember and we measure our politics against that standard of service. Now, tonight, a reality check on the Carney government. Headline 1. Budget, deceive, budget, promises versus fiscal stress. Ottawa is selling a Canada. Strong budget with large investment claims and a very large deficit. The sales pitch. Spent now to rewire the economy. Crowd in private capital. Blunt trade shocks. The fine print. A deficit near historic highs. Outside a pandemic. Operating restraint must be proven, not proclaimed. Canadians deserve monthly dashboards. Standing versus plan. Project milestones. Wir made dashboard to begin. Kapitauen der Boslime. Optimistic, eligibility, concrete job outcomes. Head the lunch. It is then. Concrete job outcomes, not slogans and slide decks. If it is truly about growth, show the receipts. Headline, to be packed. Trade war pressure. United States tariffs on Canadian exports are biting. The government argues deficit spending is a shield. Maybe. But a shield without a strategy is just heavy. Where's measurable relief for exporters? For steel and aluminum. For autos and lumber, where assigned diversification, deals that move shipments, not just microphones. Canadians should demand dates. Vonti, necessitade, papirin databarin, nota olivetilha. Verliebe, volumes, words. Not just headlines about resilience. Headline 3. Oops. Nuts. A mixed picture. Fresh data shows the unemployment rate ticking down after months of drift upward. But gains are led by part-time roles. That is better than a loss. But households cannot balance budgets on part-time alone. Vage growth is firming, which helps with bills. It can also add price pressure. If the budget is about high-paying careers, track full-time positions by sector and region every month in public. Headline 4. The Bank of Canada and the cost of living. The central bank cut rates in late October. growth is slower, and tariffs are headwinds. Inflation sits near the top half of the target band. Not a crisis, but not comfort. Right, relief eases mortgages over time. Not overnight. If government spending pulls against the bank path, households feel that friction in payments. Fiscal and monetary must row in the same direction, or Canadians pay for the splashing. Headline 5. Housing promises versus keys. Indoors permits or cops guild trades. That is the bottleneck chain. Announcing billions is not the same as opening buildings. If Canada strong means anything concrete, we need a national scoreboard of housing starts, completions, and infrastructure hookups, city by city. No dashboards. No trust. Headline 6 7 diplomacy on Canadian soil. Foreign ministers met in Canada today with Ukraine and the Middle East at the center. Stability abroad is security at home. But diplomacy is not theater. If Ottawa wants credibility, defense and aid commitments must be funded, delivered, tracked, not renounced later when the photo op fades. Equal opportunity, critique, better guy, taken people go to gunting, ignore. Very sincere, all beach to the Liberals. Your budget is a promise. Prove it. Publish monthly delivery dashboards. And the projects. I show the milestones you hit and miss. To the Conservatives, if you oppose, present an alternative with clear numbers. Where you cut, what you keep, how you protect households in the next 6 months. To the Bloc and the NDP, oversight is your leverage. Use it to win transparency. Not just talking points. What Canadians should watch next. Will Ottawa table real procurement and project scorecards within 30 days? Do we see signed export diversification contracts that survive tariff shocks? Does full-time employment rise? Not just part-time. Are housing completions accelerating? Not just permits. Does the Bank of Canada stay on a glide path to lower rates without fiscal crosswinds? Bottom line tonight. Ambition without delivery is just expensive hope. If this budget is the cornerstone of a stronger Canada, it needs concrete, not confetti. Not confetti. Canadians are paying enough to deserve proof. I am Samuel B. This is Equal Ground Headlines. We do not take sides. we explain them. Good night.